All right. Is this thing on? It is. Fantastic. And I got like a new layout with my chat so I can better follow along with everything. It's actually hard to be a two-monitor gamer. That sounds kind of that sounds kind of like first world problem, but it's actually hard to have everything, like all the stream stuff, on just one monitor. It's no problem if you're only streaming to Twitch, but the thing is, I have to keep tabs of 2 streams and check that my YouTube stream doesn't randomly die. And like have my practice stuff up on the side and my live split. Hey dudes, what up? Hope you're doing good. All right. Let's get into a little bit of warm up. I already practiced today, so I'm probably gonna like just warm up for a couple of minutes and then jump into some runs. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh.
Sekiro.
I actually had the most tragic like accident earlier when I was practicing. So I have like a new nightmare now. It's on dragon. Like I was locked on and I threw the lightning and the lightning just missed. There's like new fear unlocked. Why? Okay, sir. 3 in a row. Holy. Okay, that will never happen on a run, surely. Damn, bro. Oh. That one's hard to dodge. Whoopsie daisy. Give me a second. Okay. Let's try again. Man, I have this tiny complaint with the save organizer I'm using, right? You know, at the bottom of your screen you have your taskbar with all your programs. And this one program, I always have it on the taskbar together with the other speedrun things because, you know, I am like closing and opening them so often because, you know, I'll do some practice and then I'll go do something else and then come back and practice again. So I have them there, but this, and you know, when you open them, then it puts like a window down there. But with the fucking save organizer, it opens, like, it puts a new instance down on the fucking thing. So like now there's 2 icons down there. That annoys me. Yeah. Not just one. I wanted to stack, you know, I wanted to be on top of each other so it looks clean. It looks dumb when there's two of it.
Sekiro.
Does that kill? It does. That's a really good phase 2. Great. Ninja Way of Tomo was way easier than you expected when you first encountered him. Yeah, he's... Well, it's funny. He has like a very high health number and posture number, but like because he does so many attacks that you can deflect, you can kind of deal a lot of damage to him. So he's over pretty quick, right? Sometimes like a fight can just be like way harder if it's like long. So for example, Sword Saint, like the fucking second or third phase are so long. Or third phase is faster when you have lightning, right? But second phase, right, on Sword Saint is so long. So it's just like you have to play for a lot longer without making mistakes. And of course, you know, third encounter with Genichiro. At that point, you should be pretty familiar with some of the moves he has. On some level, I actually wish that they had kept some more references. I think there still are some, but some more references to the to kind of an earlier name that was assigned to Genichiro, which was Rival. That's like his name sometimes in the files. He's called Rival. Like, because he's the main, like, rival of the character. He's not, like, necessarily the main, like, bad guy, but he's, like, the main rival of... Yeah, the guy of Wolf. I can't really think of, like, a film, like, comparison. But I'm sure that there's lots of films like this where there's, like, a... there's a, like, a bad guy... mastermind, and then there is some guy who's like acting out the will of the evil mastermind, and he's like that like guy who's acting as the executor of the commands or whatever. Is like the, I guess maybe Star Wars, I'm not sure, but yeah, or like the Nazgul of Lord of the Rings, whatever. Like that rival is like the main antagonist in a way, like the main enemy character. And that's kind of like Genichiro in this game. So it would be kind of cool. Would have been kind of cool if there were more references to that. I need my controller. And it's plugged in and everything. That's awesome. Green Goblin and the Rival of Spider-Man. Not always the main enemy. Or reverse. Flash to Flash. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know any of these movies. I'm really not a movie buff at all. Hey, Smelik. Thank you. So I'm sorry, but like, I guess these types of movies would be like great examples of it. It's crazy that I can't think of a film myself that has this trope in it. Actually. The fact that Nazgul, the Nazgul in Lord of the Rings is my best example is like actually cringe. Because they're not at all like, yeah, they're like in the back always, but they're not like front and center. Like Genichiro kind of is. Or maybe maybe it is a good comparison because it's like several encounters and like they keep coming back. The main arch nemesis of Flash, but in the comics and shown, he isn't always the main enemy, just sometimes. Same with Green Goblin. Alright. Yo, Zens, my goat for real. I think I can do 3 here. Nope. Anime brother, whereas enemy keeps coming back. The main enemy or main villain. Oh, he isn't the main villain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there is many examples. This game is very different in that regard to the other games, the other forms of games, because it actually has these sorts of things. Are they called no, it's not literary device. No, it's like, you know, they have like, because Dark Souls is just like big question mark. What the fuck? Like, but this game is like, because it's been actively told to you in a way. So this game has like, you can actually make comparisons to other like stuff with the lore. And then like Dark Souls is just like, essentially Sekiro is normie shit and Dark Souls lore is for true giga chads. Yeah. Goku with Piccolo or Piccolo, sorry, and Vegeta. They become friends. Oh, that's nice. Do we become friends with Genichiro as well? That would be cool. That was interesting. Oh, I should probably have practiced double canyon actually. Yeah. We kind of see Sekiro teaming up with Genichiro to find some other evil. Well, I guess he's dead now, but maybe I don't know, because like, you know, Japan is like kind of involved with the lore of the game, although it is kind of like only mentioned like very slightly. And you can imagine anytime there is this sort of like larger scale battle outside of the, or larger scale war outside of like the Battle of Ashina, right? You could imagine that there might be some like, you know, a coalition army or something that could be formed to like take down a greater evil. But I don't know if that's what we're gonna see, and I don't know if they're just gonna team up for the heck of it, you know, for fun. Fake poster for Sekiro Journey to the West. Oh, yeah. I think if they made another game, it probably wouldn't be called Sekiro. Like if they made a continuation or prequel. Even though how they set up the name might... Like, because, you know, they have Sekiro and then the colon, so it might be like, oh, the first game is called Sekiro colon this, next game is called Sekiro colon that. I don't think they're gonna... That I think if they make another game, it's just gonna be called like something completely different. I get so confused by those games where it's like they don't use, you know, for example, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Instead, it's like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed, what's it called? Shadows or something? The Japan one. I was kind of a big, like, Assassin's Creed enjoyer, so I always knew that game as Code Red, because that was the leaked, like, project name. So, and some people also have, like, I think some people do this where they, like, the Assassin's Creed Unity, I think they called it Assassin's Creed 5. Because it technically is 5, but I don't think it's actually numbered 5. And so you could say, oh, this one is called Assassin's Creed 37 or whatever number they're on now. And so it just becomes so complicated with like a million fucking names. Like, imagine if it wasn't called Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, but instead was called, like, Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition for the first, then Dark Souls Skull of the First Sin for the second one, and then on the third one, Dark Souls The Fire Fades. Is this gonna work? It should. I'm probably gonna die though. Ah, okay. Fair enough. I thought it was fast enough to avoid him. Does make sense though. Anytime you kind of slow down there, you can get hit by that guy. Bomba! Roberto heavy armor die and poo. What? Heavy armor died poodles twice? Yeah. Maybe they... Yeah, maybe they need to make a Roberto game. That could be crazy. He needs his own game. For real. The Brazilian Knight in armor. The Brazilian Knight in shining armor. Oh yeah, this is the game title, okay? Brazilian Knight in shining armor TM : Roberto heavy armor die in poodle twice. That's the game name. TM again. Trademark again. That's the next game name. Be so long that it'll need like 3 lines on your Steam library. Perfect. Yo, Sil. For the record, I don't even know what you meant by the dying poodle. I have no clue what that means or what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if it's a typo, if it's some sort of joke that I'm not aware of. But hey, fuck it, we'll go with it. I'm a storyteller, so imagine this Sekiro encounter is this big evil enemy he can't beat. He can't beat him. Figures that the only way to beat him is with the help of another powerful person who realizes Genny. He goes to the gates of hell or whatever. The Japanese equivalent is battles demons and whatnot. Demons, bosses going down level by level until he encounters the ruler, last guardian of hell. Beats him and finds Genitro. They fight obviously then. Sekiro convinces him then to go and beat the last boss and boom. Okay. This could work. I am personally a big fan of these sort of, you know, where you gotta go down, like, descent. Either like descent or ascent or like going deeper into like some sort of, I don't know, dungeon, whatever, hell, and you know, and then at the end there is something. Although with that sort of game design it becomes very limited, so you need to do like you need to have it broken up by having an open section before it and then an open section after it, in my opinion. But from a storytelling standpoint, it absolutely works, I think. Could be kind of sick. You could probably like make some crazy mod with this. I don't know how you'd make like Genitro fight on your side. I guess you could like change his team type, but he's gonna act so dumb, like, and he's gonna damage you as well, I think. Or maybe, nah, you could probably get around that. I haven't played any of the mods, but do the mods like do the mods like try and like tell a different story or like make like a twist on the story or whatever, or is it just like no lore? I feel like, yeah, I don't know because I never played it. Oh, that's in a puddle, I guess. Or what? Because, yeah, in randomizer, you literally just push him off and he dies and... yeah. Just like falls out of the map. Gravity strikes twice. That's the name of the new game. Dark Souls, gravity strikes twice. I do kind of wonder when they'll put the whole like Sekiro's version of like falling to your death into the other games, where like, you know, if you fall off a ledge and you don't insta-die. I guess that's kind of like, it's kind of a feature in Dark Souls, but man, I always fucking hated it. And I way prefer this way, where you like don't insta-die. And I guess it does kind of break immersion a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, Dan, I'm live. Did you ask for Nightreign? We can do some Nightreign later. I'm gonna get the record and then, yeah. Each level of hell is different. It's just not some cave or dungeon or purifier, but each level has its own well, like loyal honest. That's well. I see. Okay, so we're like playing like fucking Mario. You go to 1-1 and then until we get to Bowser's castle at the like fucking lava world. And unlike the regular game, this one is big. Yeah. But this one is reasonably big. Oh, whoops. I messed that up. It's very dense, which is good. Lots of stuff to do. Yeah, Dan. How does gravity strike? Well, so you see, when you fall off of the map in this game, you don't die. You just get taken 40% of your max HP away from you. So, I guess it has to be thrice then, right? Because 40 plus 40% is not 100%. Yeah, so it must be, yeah, because you need to die. You need to get hit 3 times to die. Almost forgot. So gravity strikes thrice? I have not tried him yet, no, Dan. The Fulgur guy, the enhanced one. I'm not gonna lie, he looks, from what I've seen, he looks kind of easy, but maybe that's famous last words, because Dark Rift Knight base version is pretty hard. Because he's like crazy with all the fucking AoEs and shit. Not sure about easy, but he's cool. Alright. Nice. Pursuing with the enemy you hate on to meet the final boss. Fucking Bowser and oversight. Wait, he's the final boss is fucking Bowser? Hang on. Hang on. What the hell? What the hell is Ishin doing? Shit. What the hell? Nah, Zil. Don't remind me of what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I swear I thought heli was like, I thought this was something that people said like at least like 8 months ago. Like that was when that was cool to say. Oh, was that as like, oh, that's heli. Of, dude, that sounds like fucking ancient. To call something heli. I think that is something that people said once upon a time, right? What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, that would indeed be my reaction as well to Ishin getting his free gun with a massive fucking turtle. Dude, I can't just not think about that one guy in Elden Ring. The fucking Church of Vows guy. I can't remember what he's called. The giant ass turtle. Does this kill? Okay. Oh, what the smelly? Oh, is that how it goes? What the helio? What the smellio? Is this a serious song or like a meme song? Oh yes. Kick, you bastard. Oh! Okay, that works. It's a parody. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I haven't listened to the original or the... I've only heard it on like fucking reels. Instagram reels. Instagram Reels is a lot like back in the day when you would sit up all night and just watch random videos on YouTube. But these days, YouTube is so saturated with garbage that you can't find these videos anymore. Everything is a commentary of the commentary of the reaction of the reaction. No OG sauce anymore. Alright dudes, I'll see you. Thank you, thank you. IG Reels are your home. Bam. I wish I never got into Instagram Reels. But it just started with my friend sending me one thing, and then it went all downhill from there. He was like, yo bro, watch this thing, it's really funny. But then... And I said, no, I'm not going on Instagram, man. What the hell? Okay, just get lucky, I guess. Oh, did you see that guy? He fell. Ah, yeah, I could have done this a little better, but... Okay, I'm pretty sure we'll get arrows on this, on the phase 2 here. Because he dashed pretty early in the fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Easy. That was a good fight. Also, the fact that I have a sub 2 on this with hitless is a little concerning when there are people who can't hit a sub 2 with lightning. I remember Ponette always complaining about that. How he can't get a sub too.
できんこの
Oh, I messed this up. What did I? I mean, I did, but... Guess I didn't... I don't know why I didn't lose time there. I mean, I probably am losing time. Because I did something wrong, but... I could have done it better, is what I mean to say. I'm supposed to go on the other side of him. Game iceberg videos. I have the attention span of a toddler though, so it's like I don't really watch that many long videos anymore. Although, I guess if I'm playing some game or practicing something, then I'll throw on like a longer video. Oh, the 8-button challenge. Yeah, that one's too long for me. Also because it's on a topic that I don't really care about the game, so. Fuck Super Mario 64. I only played the DS version, okay? That's the superior version. Hey, jump, you... Oh, what? I like the summoning salt and those types of videos with Super Mario. I'm not watching a 6-hour video though, because yeah, that's a little too deep. Because like, okay, I like Skyrim as well, but I'm not gonna watch a 2-hour video about the lore of the dragons or whatever. Fuck that. Now, will I watch like an 8-second clip of some guy getting sent to the fucking sky after getting hit by one of the giants? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll rewatch it like 50 times. Luigi? Oh, is it in the DS version where you can play as Luigi? That's actually crazy. Luigi is so based. Oh! Oh yeah, I forgot you can get randomly hit here, right? Can't you? Actually, I'm not sure. I think I have been randomly hit here before, but... Dude, that's gotta be like 1 in 1,000 or less. 1, 2, 3, 4... Are you kidding me? He's not fucking... Okay. Okay, I just took a bit. right side. I like going to the right. It's a good maneuver. Tapped it. Jump. Dude, I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh wait, to the right? I actually thought I needed to go more back there. But I guess it kind of depends on what setup you're trying to get for it, because there is like one way you get him off the side, and then there's the one way you like knock him into the pillar, and they have like slightly different positions. And I actually thought I was gonna do the pillar one, but I didn't realize I wasn't far back enough. I think if he had been like, if he was gonna collide with the pillar, that would have worked, but yeah. Can't really remember what I usually do on that variation where, you know, I do the run back and forth thing. Hey! Clown business. A little left. Alright. I could have probably stood still, actually. I could have probably also stood still and it would have worked where I was, but I kind of directed myself a little bit to the right and back.
Nuko.
One of these days I'll figure out why I'm losing like 3 seconds on this split. Surely. I understand why I'll lose... Fuck, that's the wrong way. I understand why I would lose a 1 second on the split. That being half a second from running around. Okay, this is not the right way to do this, but whatever. Half a second from running around the back of the building, and half a second from having to upgrade Mikiri, which I normally don't get. But even then, you should still be able to get a 203 or 202. More like a 203. Or, well, I say, if you, like, if you don't have to do those things like normal, you can get a 203. So I should be looking to get a 204, right? But I'm getting my best is a 206. So I'm doing, there's something going on there that's wrong. But I can't tell what it is. Alright, lock in, lock in. Yeah, I should jump later. Woo. Oi. No! Average stroll down the streets of Mogadishu here. We try again. Hey, Cactus. Alright, I'll do the same run again, but I won't mess up the early game. So, we'll be minus 30 there instead of minus 10. Come on, man! What the hell? But yeah, still, when I'm on Instagram, I'm careful about my scrolling, you know? Brick by brick, you know? You gotta be careful, like, because if you're scrolling all past all the good stuff, then, you know, the algorithm isn't getting quite tailored, you know? You know, I make sure to stare extra long at the good ones. Oh, man. Perfectly tailored your algorithm. Dude, I fuck up my algorithm way too often. Like, my algorithm started out by being just funny shit. Then I got shared like one reel with like a tiny little World War II reference in it, and then everything suddenly is references to that. And then I found like cat video or whatever, and I shared it with my sister, and then everything is cat video on there. Then I found like a Genshin Impact clip on there. I shared that with my sister. Then right now, everything on my Instagram, no matter what I do, is just fucking Genshin Impact, because I guess I gotta get back to sharing the other shit. Dude, I can never find the shit though myself if I'm trying to look for it. Like, there is this one like series with a guy who like mods his BMW with all sorts of weird shit, where he doubles up the wheels and like he makes it so the wheel on the, you know, the steering wheel, that he can sit on the back seat and drive with it. That series used to be all over my thing, but dude, it disappeared, and the other day I spent like 20 minutes finding it again, and man, I was delighted that I was actually able to find it, but I had to go to Google to find it. I couldn't find it through Instagram. Hey, Crazy Skull. But yeah. You gotta be careful with the Instagram algorithm. It is so aggressive. It is crazy. It's like, you share a cat video. Oh, you like cats? Here's fucking endless bullshit. I talked to my friend a little bit. Apparently his entire feed is feed. That's the word I was looking for. Not feet, not feet. Is car crashes, which is quite fucking like alarming. I'm not gonna say who the fuck is out here like sharing fucking videos of car crashes. That's crazy, bro. You have art, architecture, and philosophy on there? What the fuck? Dude, I only have the only have the dumbest stuff on my Instagram For You page. Or For You page on the Reels thing. I guess For You page, I think that's TikTok, right? TikTok. Tailored algorithm. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you really gotta... Yeah, that's for real brick by brick right there. Love some Omega Brain Rot as well. Yeah. I did have a lot of the, you know, the spinning cat one, the UIA. The ones with the fucking tigers also keep coming back, like this one tiger that's in an apartment and this one panther. Panther? I think it's a panther. It's yeah, I think it's panther. I mean, it doesn't have stripes and it's black, so it's probably a panther. I'm actually shitting myself when I see like those videos of like the guy with a tiger in his fucking apartment. I'm like, okay man, that thing is gonna fucking eat you someday. And like, yeah. Like apparently they don't. What's that one like comment that they always make as well? Why not huggable if huggable shape? Is that how it goes? Something like that. I think is how it goes. You liked one video of Italian brain rot and got it for the next week. Oh hell yeah. I didn't get a lot of that. Because I never really, I never like stuff. Because I don't want to leave a footprint. I don't want other people to see what I'm liking. Like imagine, you know, you're liking like some Kanye West meme. And then you're like, then people are like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this home guy. He seems kind of weird. He's been liking this one, like, this one meme, like, pretty consistently. You know? But I guess it does, like, I missed a hit. That was gonna work otherwise. Sharing a video also has like an impact on the algorithm, right? Takes it as a positive feedback. My favorite, I've said this before, my favorite thing on Instagram is, oh, what is his name again? It's something Sunday. He does, like, League of Legends memes, essentially. He's the GOAT. Especially because he plays the same champions as me. So it's like, and I play those champions because of those memes. Is, you know, like the tank versus like DPS meme where it's like the tank is just eating damage and doesn't give a fuck. Though it's those type of memes. I like to play the brain dead champs where you can just eat damage. That's my preferred way of playing those games. Nah, not tralalero tralala. Nar. Bro. The Italian brain rot's got to stop. Hey Rishab. I'm doing good. I hope you are as well. You've been getting a lot of you've been getting a lot of Aloy's content with the YouTube with Mundo. Yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff as well. I'm kind of mixed about the whole that situation because on one hand I think it's hilarious, the content, but Mundo is like perma-banned or picked, so as a Mundo player I can't play him anymore because everyone wants to play him or wants to ban him. So now I have absolutely no reason to play the game anymore. Also, it's crazy actually, he used to have like an insane win rate and low elo. Like it used to have like 52 or 53% win rate and low elo, but now it dropped to like 49 or 48. And this champion is quite easy, although it's actually not as easy as it seems, because you need to play very safe early game. And that can sometimes mean that the game is over before you get online. But it used to have like one of the craziest win rates, but now that it's become so popular, everyone is trying it, and yeah, as you say, Sil, they're getting gapped. Gotten back into League. Yeah, I saw on Discord that you were playing League of Legends. That's crazy. What's my best speedrun? I'm not quite sure. I have a few different ones that I put a lot of time into, and it's hard to say which one is the best of them. I'm pretty proud of my NG+7 one, because I've worked on it, like we have worked on it for a lot of years, trying to get the best strategies figured out and such. Spamming Rengar. Yeah. Still, do you have an account on the Brazil server? If you do, then we can have a game. For legal reasons, I can't play on my main. Because of the Clash team names. Me and my friends got a little too crafty with the names of the Clash teams, and you can't remove that. Yeah. I'm not getting cancelled to play a League of Legends game, okay? Why do I have a Brazil server account? Because I played with Panet and the other Brazilians. Fastest one? My fastest run, I guess, is my no air swim one, but that's like just a run that focuses on just beating the game. Although on that one I did it without air swimming. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best one, because like when you don't have to, like when you are just allowed to use every skip and such, then it will naturally be a lot faster than if you have to fight the bosses. Sorry, yeah, it will naturally be a lot shorter. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3. This is quite a good position, I think. Yeah, it's good. Now, that is not good RNG though. Server tied accounts. It's good that there are server tied accounts because a bunch of reasons. Mundo Jungle? Mundo Jungle is really good though. 。 . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . It's actually probably his best role. Crazily enough. Mundo, you know, with his before he got changed, he actually was in almost entirely a like just a jungler. He didn't like. Okay, you could lane with him, but you know, he has a world skin. You know, the skins that the world champions get, where he was where Mundo was a like it's where he was in the jungle role, essentially. But yeah, the reason I have a Brazil account is because I played with Ponechmas and some of the other Brazil guys. It's pretty normal for League of Legends players to have several accounts because what can happen if you have one account and you lose a lot on it, the game becomes kind of harder to play. Some people say that it's an illusion and some people say that it's real. And some people also rightfully say that you should just get better and not care about it. But what many people do is they have like a main account and then they have an account that they play ranked on, because the game is actually easier the less games you have played on your account. Because if you have an account, like my account has been like stuck in bronze, silver forever. Like every time I play placements, even if I win every single game, I won't get put above my previous rank. If you make a completely new account and win every single game on your placements, then you can get to like platinum. Or something, maybe even higher. I'm not quite sure, but with mine, if I win every single game on my promos, I'll still get placed in silver. Now, of course, that is because it's matched against worse enemies. But the thing is that the game is still mostly a 50-50, even if the enemy has like... You know, if you could choose to, as a worse player, to play versus better players, you should choose so, because it's more valuable both from a standpoint of gaining like ranked points, league points, LP, as it's called, but it's also better for improvement. But, you know, when you have an account that's been silver forever, like I have, then you actually need to play like hundreds of fucking games. I guess this is also because I suck at the game, right? But it's actually way harder to climb out. It's way easier on a fresh account. Also, there is an exploit you can do if you're on a new account, which involves winning a bunch of times and then losing on purpose, and then you can kind of cheat the system. There was this Danish player that did this, and he got rank 1 that season, and the gap between the second player was so huge. He like spent like a bunch of time just building up this glitch where essentially he would abuse the fact that you need to play like promotional games to rank up. So he would win every single game, and then he would lose at the end at the promotional thing, so that he would have an insane win rate, and he wouldn't rank up. So he would gain more and more and more and more and more internal points in the system, where the game is like, okay, this guy should be like super high rank, but obviously this thing is like in the way, this promotional thing. And so the system like kept building up this thing. So when he finally ranked up to the next tier, where you get to master tier, where you don't have a rank anymore, it's just about how many rank points you have, and you just like, he had built up so much of this internal like rank points that every single win he got so many rank points, because the game is like, oh yeah, this guy is supposed to be higher ranked than these players, so it's putting him in the place that he belongs. The fucking algorithm for the rank in that game, is so bad. So bad. I mean, yeah, though at the end of the day, like, the answer is to just play better and play more to improve, which I'm definitely not disputing at all. But I'm just saying what people generally do. I'm not, like, I don't do this. I do have a Smurf account, but, or actually don't. I have one on, I only have one account per server, so, boom. I just have like an account that I use on a different server and it happens to be low level. Like the Brazil one. League motherfuckers will do anything but get a job. I think that extends to Sekiro players as well. Although I did not say it does, I only said I think it does. So don't get mad at me if I said that. Or if you get offended by that as a Sekiro player. And also, I only mean Sekiro speedrunners. And probably I just mean myself. Can I headshot here? I think I can. No. That's a skill issue though. I should be able to. Alright, that's okay. Headshots actually feel like you gotta be like kind of locked in. You gotta be very well adapted to fighting Gyobu. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm just bad. It's more because I used to be pretty good at headshots, but now that I'm not, like after I took a break from glitchless, I kind of forgot how to do it. I think my improvement over the last year is literally just getting consistent with Double Canyon. I think that's literally all of it. Like, I've been able to do all the same kinds of things over that time period. It's literally all fucking Double Canyon. Okay, I think we'll lose some time here. Oh yeah, Jesus. Losing so much time here. Rather die to owl 10,000 times than get employed. Holy shit. Hell yeah. I'm with you on that one. Does Sekiro have the more cringe population player base of the games? I guess maybe Elden Ring now, but like because I feel like the Dark Souls community is quite based and like a lot of the people are like, you know, have jobs and a family. Whereas if you go to like League of Legends, everyone is fucking sad inside, everyone who plays it. Neither have a job or family. But you do see this though, right? Like especially for posts online, if you go to like any of the Reddits, subreddits for like, if you go to League of Legends, it's all fucking guys under 21 and below. But like a lot of the posts from Dark Souls people are like, you know, like 30 and 40-year-olds with families. Don't use Reddit. Well, Reddit is just an example of one online forum. You can also go on YouTube. And many of them are like... I guess well, YouTube is slightly different because people who post on YouTube are professional, usually. Like most of the people that people watch are professional. So much gaming YouTube. Okay, so you can't comment on the thing. Interesting. You do definitely see that with the Dark Souls speedrunning community though. The average age in like the Sekiro community is probably like 9. It's not, but you know. Like there's a lot of guys around my age in the Sekiro community, and you have very, very few people who are like 30 and above. Or, well, let's say late 30s and above. Because there are a few people who are like around 30. That's still like young. But in Dark Souls, like everyone is like fucking 40 years old. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to them. Most of the speedrunning communities I've been part of have been like where it's a situation where it's young people who have a lot of extra free time. You know, that's myself. And then then there is kind of like another like kind of population that also exists, which is like older people who have like kind of figure out their life a little bit more so they can assert free time to this stuff. And then there is like a part in between where it's like you're grinding university and you're grinding like your career or whatever, where you don't really have time for it. And then you have like the very young people who haven't figured out that speedrunning is the best yet. I don't know if that analysis is agreeable, but that's how I see the demographics of speedrunners. Part of the reason why Panette stopped was because he was kind of grinding the company that he's working in. I say working in the company that he's building with a friend. And so they're kind of in that stage where they don't have time, or he's kind of in that stage where he doesn't have time. And then there is like a countless number of Sekiro runners who stopped playing after they got like super busy with their studies. Like Yoruka, I guess, is kind of a one example where like Yoruka continued playing, like he had time to play still, but Ramon took a massive break for studies. Agi hasn't been seen. Oh, sorry, Agi and what's the other guy? Riflets haven't been seen actually running the game in a while, I assume, because you know, you move on. Average gamers getting older over time. You know, that's actually true, yeah. Pretty based, in my opinion. I'm sometimes surprised by this sort of thing. Like, I got my sister to play Dark Souls 1 some time ago. And one of the teachers at, I guess calling it a school isn't really fair, but at like some rough equivalency of high school, was telling her about that you could use bombs on Taurus Demon. I just thought that was like a crazy moment, that the teacher is advising my sister on how to beat the Taurus Demon. Like, that was like a moment where I was like, Man, that is awesome. Another moment was when my Latin and Greek teacher said that he was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Dude, that was crazy. He is a little bit over 40 years old. I think he was actually 40 at the time. And he played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I remember that, dude, we had banter about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Because there were a few people who played it. Like, the teacher played it, and then one of the other guys from my class played it, and I played it, and... yeah. Odyssey is the Greek one, right? And so it made a lot of sense for him to play it with the, you know, because it was in Greece. And he taught classical Greek and Latin. And he was actually, he beat the game like super fast. He was a gamer. Maybe he's a speedrunner. I never know. I never asked him. Nah, hey, it's based. The first time I got like introduced or advised to play the Dark Souls games was actually from a what do you call it? It's not a teacher, but like a, you know, after like free time, like student place, you know, after school kind of situation. And you know, the only reason I didn't start then and there on it was two reasons. One, I was invested in Team Fortress 2, and second, they told me that you need to play with a controller. I've been anti-controller from the start, guys. 4 years before I started playing, I was anti-controller. And now, I've been playing for 5 years. This is 10 years ago or so, since I was first told about the games. And I'm still anti-controller. You will not convince me to use a controller. I'm sticking with the keyboard and mouse. One of your friends a trick shot on COD had a teacher that also used a trick shot on Modern Warfare 2. Yo, you had some clips to show. That's crazy. That's sick. I mean, I do remember at after school. I think I've told this a couple times before, but with after school, we'd all play fucking League of Legends. And there was a guy who was actually, like, good at League of Legends. It was kind of crazy. Crane shot? I don't know what that means, but yeah. Very infamous spot to hit a shot, I see. I never really played the game, although I do own it. I do know about the, what's it called? The Inter something? That one sniper. Inter, is that something? Intervention? Is that what it's called? That's actually what I was gonna call it, but... The sniper in COD. Yeah. The first COD that I really got into playing was Black Ops 3, and man, sniping in that game was ass. Also because, like, you have, like, wall running and, like, movement, like, all sorts of going all over the place and that. So it's like you can't hard scope. Although obviously hard scoping is kind of cringe, but like you literally can't hard scope because like you'll get fucked in the ass. And I really like sniping in Team Fortress 2 though, because you have to hit headshots in Team Fortress 2 to do anything as sniper. So it's like it has a very like high skill ceiling. It probably has the highest skill ceiling in the game on like an individual skill basis in Team Fortress 2. Because if you play perfectly, then you can kill everyone before they can kill you. But no one is able to play perfectly on that. But man, it's really satisfying when you're good. You can like clear an entire lobby yourself. You literally only need like a team that can act as a meat shield, and then you can literally just own the entire lobby. Like you can literally have as many kills as everyone else on the game. Like you can be like 50 kills and the next guy down is like 10 kills or something. Actually insane. There are people who stream the game every day and just do that. Just click heads all day. It's insanely like rewarding to get good at. Oh yeah, quick scoping. Yeah, the quick scoping is sick. And you gotta have like the sleight of hand, right? That perk. Is that makes you scope faster, right? Scope and reload faster or some shit like that? Stagger, please. Nah. Could have been a really good fight. I guess it was decent at the end. I'm telling you though, if you wanna be humbled for your sniping ability, log on Team Fortress 2. Reload faster on the other tier or swap weapons quicker. Okay. But yeah, log on Team Fortress 2 if you wanna. It's so different than like COD and Counter-Strike, because in these games you just like it's faster action and just clicking on them, but in Team Fortress 2 it's like tracking. It's all like being able to track the heads, because everyone is in view of everyone pretty much at all times. But people are moving around like crazy, you know, flying in the air and shit. And jumping. And there is no like there's no like sprint, and there is no like people kind of move weird in the game, because you move as fast sideways as forwards, and there's no sprint, you know, so you're always running at max speed. So people are just kind of like sliding all over the place. It's kind of like hard to hit people, because they'll just be running or walking around fucking randomly. Okay, I don't have time to dodge that apparently. What? Whatever. Let's hop on Team Fortress 2 right now, actually. Do it. Nope. When am I gonna stream it? I streamed it like 5 years ago. That should be good enough. If you weren't around back then, you weren't an OG. Although, you know what could be cool? So, in July, there's gonna be the Nations Cup for Team Fortress 2. Essentially, it's gonna be the World Championship. The World Cup of Team Fortress 2. I don't know if Denmark, if we, like, some guy did make a post about collecting people for the team. It ended up, like, being placed where I'm on holiday for part of it. But I said that I would gladly be, like, a substitute. If I do get in a game as, like, a substitute or something, then I could stream it. Could be kind of interesting, but I wouldn't be reading chat because I would be communicating and we would be speaking Danish. Which would be kind of weird, so I don't know. But, I mean, that's definitely something to have on the resume, right? To have played with the national team in Team Fortress 2. Be a lit stream. Yeah, lit stream where people tune in for 20 seconds, have no clue what's going on, and then log out. You don't even know what the gameplay looks like in the game. Yeah, it's kind of just people sliding all over the place. It's kind of Overwatchy, where it's like, you know, in Counter-Strike and in Call of Duty, most of the time when you're walking around, there will be no enemies in view, and then as soon as there is an enemy, then the fight is concluded in a matter of like seconds. In Team Fortress 2, usually you always have the enemy in sight, and the fights are kind of like more long-term in this regard. So yeah, if you're walking in a corridor and someone shows up, then the fight will be over quickly. But a lot of the maps are kind of like open, and you can like look at the enemy team like doing their shit, like. And also at the start of the round, you can sometimes like while the enemy is setting up, you can sometimes just look at a guy like building his sentry gun, and then like, because you know it has 9 classes, kind of like Overwatch style shit. All of the classes were copied for Overwatch 2, so if you know Overwatch 2, then yeah, it'll make sense. Or Overwatch 1. It's a cool game though, Source Engine. But it's also old as fuck. Very particular. You gotta like it to like it. You gotta be in it already. Put on your resume that you had the first sub hour. Holy shit, that's crazy, huh? Yeah, you should do that. You'd be there the whole time? I doubt you would. Dude, Team Fortress 2 competitive is kinda boring to watch. I like to play it competitive, but to watch, it's kinda sus because of what I said with like this, like the slow time to kill, or high time to kill, I guess. It means that the game is very stalematey because you don't really get picks. The game is essentially about you being in a stalemate with or at a competitive level. The game is just a big stalemate where you're just waiting to kill one of the enemy team and then try and make a breakthrough, which is interesting for the player but not for the viewer. But normal like casual game play on Team Fortress 2, which is like probably the most fun about the game. That's probably pretty cool to watch because it's like, you know, just one guy going off on the entire lobby usually. And there's a lot of variety. Like, I do have like a main. Like, I like to use the guy with the rocket launcher, the soldier. But I also play a lot of the other shit. And each class can, like, you can change the weapons on the class. So, like, for example, the sniper can use a bow instead of a sniper rifle. So he becomes more like a medium to close range kind of guy. And you gotta, like, watch out for, like, the drop off and the fact that it's a projectile. And that's like that's like whole new class, right? That you gotta learn. Whole new weapon. And same with the rocket guy. You can, he has like different rocket launchers with different projectile speeds. And each of them will like require you to learn them separately. Because everything will be different with when the projectile is faster. Or slower. So there's like infinite variety, and also there's tons of custom game modes. Oh, that was kind of funny. Like a microfall. One shot knife kill is only shot if it's a backstab. Yeah, and it's only the spy class who can do that, who has the lowest health in the game. You get 2-shot by most things. There is not really anything that's gonna one-shot you, but you get 2-shot most of the time. And there is a knife that you can use, a special knife, that makes it so you are one-shot, but if you backstab someone, then you get healed up to like extra high HP so that you can tank like 3 shots. And if you can keep stabbing people, then you can essentially have infinite health. And that's where you get into like the world of trick stabbing, which is like essentially manipulating the netcode so that you can backstab people who are looking at you by like tricking them to look in a certain way while you're already moving to the other direction. That shit is awesome. That's what I was really into when I got into the game. Because there were people making montages of them like stabbing the entire lobby by just like strafing around them and tricking people to look in certain directions. Like, the tech is so deep on that. It's crazy. I can do some of it, but man, you gotta like... It's so hard to get into because he's quite underpowered as a class. The spy. And also the soldier, that's my profile picture. The soldier class. He is a God-fearing American. God-fearing American patriot. Essentially, he's the most based character in the game. God bless America. Okay, good RNG. Ninjang? What's that? From Halo. Team Fortress 2 has some crazy tech. Fuck me. There is a individual in the community called Chloe, and she in the Team Fortress, sorry, in the Sekiro speedrun community called Chloe, she put her entire playtime into one mechanic on one class, which is rocket jumping on soldier. Maybe she did like the demo man jumping. as well. Most basic example is think of is you're looking for someone is behind you, then you jump back over their back and you can assassinate them. Oh yeah, I think stair stab is what we call it. Oh wait, yeah, actually, I think this is a reverse. This is like a reverse stair stab actually. Because in Team Fortress 2, to get over someone, you have to be on an incline, and on a quite steep incline actually. Although the steeper the incline is, the more reaction time people have to move out of the way for the stair stab. But you can't just jump over someone in the game, so you have to, that's why we call it a stair stab, I guess. But yeah, there are so many techniques like that in, if you want to see like crazy movies for this, just search TF2 Spy Frag movie, like frag as in F-R-A-G. Just search that up and you'll get like insane montages of people doing the craziest shit. I used to be so into that, like 10 years ago, man. I was like the biggest like spy, like frag movie stan ever. You might even see comments on some of these videos 9 years ago from my YouTube account. If you find some of the popular ones, although my, like, you'll have to dig to find my comments. Hey Emma, thank you for the good luck. I never made a full frag movie for Spy myself. I do have a frag movie for Team Fortress 2. I have it privated though because I kind of made it a meme video. Like usually people would like make it very serious and had like very serious editing, and so I put like I made it goofy and I put like an Overwatch clip at the end, and it was terrible. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's not that good of a movie, but it has like quite a lot of like it has quite a few tick perfect things in it. Like there is like a weapon that you can use that is like really bad, but it's like a meme weapon. It's a shovel that can one-shot if you do a rocket jump on someone, which is you use your own rocket launcher damage to boost yourself up in the air, and then if you hit them before you hit the ground with this shovel, then you basically one-shot them. But it's like people can shoot you out of the air. It's tough to time, and sometimes if you're going too fast, then it just doesn't really work. But there is this tech you can do. If you land and then frame perfectly jump after you land, then it doesn't update you being on the ground, and so you can keep this going. So I have a few clips in like competitive where I do this jump, the rocket jump, and then I'm not in range to do the shovel kill, but then I get the frame perfect jump, like the bunny hop, and then get the kill with the shovel after that. Actually pretty insane. The game has like a built-in recording thing, so you can like record like hundreds of hours of footage in like a couple megabytes, and then play it back from the in-game player in kind of like, and then you can fly around the world. It'll literally record the match. It's the demo system that's also in a few other games. It literally like records the match as if you were a spectator of the match. And then you can play it back. I have footage of like all of my competitive games like that I played. It's pretty sick. So when you're clip farming, you don't even have to be recording. You can just like record the playback after of the demos. It was sick. Yeah, the TF2 movie. That's on the home secret 8,000 hour account. I mean, it's the account I'm playing on right now, but yeah, my Team Fortress 2 stuff is a little bit private because it's a community that's a little sus, you know. You can ask Chloe for more details. Like the best team in the game is like has like a penis as their profile picture. To give you an idea of what's going on. They have like an actual dickhead. And they're called Force Kings. And then, I don't know if this is part of the joke, or if it's real, they all have Israel as their country of origin. I won't comment further on that, but because I don't know. If it's like actually, if it's like actually like a racist joke, or if it's like real. Or racist, I mean, anti-Semitic joke. Hope it isn't. Name goes hard, yeah, it kind of does. One of my teams was called Matt's Autistic Pizza Gangbang. That was the first team I was on. That was a mess. You know, when you're like a bunch of like 15 to 16-year-old guys, you have like zero clue what you're doing as far as organizing a fucking competitive team. Like what even is showing up for practice, and what even is like telling people like in advance when we're playing official matches. Like what even is any of that? Oh, hey Rodrigo. Thank you for the good luck. On some level, getting back into TF2 would be something that I would really like, but I don't really have time for it. Because it's gonna take away from the Sekiro stuff. And I don't want it to do that. Yeah, Driggs. Yeah, I did recognize it because of the 505. I know Max, I don't have a schedule. I just kind of stream when I feel like it. How's the attempt going? Oh, not too bad. I think I've only been going for like an hour or two though. So we still have... We're still kind of like getting warmed up. I had one run that went to gun for it, but then I got shot. That run was actually pretty good. Good, yeah, pretty good pace on that run. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. I say that because the other day I had a near perfect run where I just forgot to equip MD and then I died on Centipede, which was a complete clown business. By perfect, I mean like no mistakes, just some bad RNG in some places. Have zero in the top 10 phase. Yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking unfortunate when it happens. I wouldn't have forgotten if I hadn't been streaming, though. I was like talking to chat and then I forgot. This game sucks. Hey, come on now. It's a good game. Oh, I wonder if I messaged Wormdog like a couple hours ago. Because he's playing an actual video game for fun. I said, bruh, get back on Sekiro. You're not allowed to have fun on video games. Dude, can you believe this guy? He will only play Sekiro if someone takes one of his records. Like, come on, man. Insecure loser. Yo, that's crazy, calling the dog calling the dog a loser when he has every record. But hey, I'm here for it. And I agree. I think the worm is... I think he's bad. He's bad at the video game. Been a while when you haven't tried speedrunning. So you died 5 times on Ishin. Oh, yeah, that happens if you take like a massive break, of course. Yeah, I could never take like that, like a big break. I never take more than like a week break. Although, even that is like extremely rare. Although a 1-day break is pretty typical. I had one like in the last 2 weeks. Spy class looks fun as fuck. Yeah, but the one thing with Spy is that it's very hit or miss because like you'll be like going invisible to traverse the map, right? Because you're so squishy. So you gotta like infiltrate the enemy and get behind. But then sometimes you can die to random damage if like someone is like using like explosives on like a corridor to kind of keep the enemy out. And sometimes you'll be like caught randomly. So you gotta have like very good awareness of people around you. But he is very fun if you get good at him. But he probably has the highest skill floor. Like you need to be very good. You need to put a lot of effort in to get like decent at him. And then after that it's a more linear progression of getting slightly better. But yeah, he is very fun. One thing with trick stabs is though that because it became such a phenomenon with these frag movies, people became so aware of them that it's really hard to hit trick stabs anymore. Because people just know that... Okay, I messed that up majorly. People just know that you're going for them. The no-hit speedrun didn't like laggy get a sure no-hit run. He did, but I don't think he submitted it to the leaderboard. I'm saying I don't remember if his run met all the requirements for the rules. I think it did, but I can't remember. And it was kind of a long time ago. I think this was 2021. Or, yeah, it might have been 2021. I think he just never submitted it. But yeah, he did have the record at one point. A long time ago. On the sure no-hit run. The biggest break was a 1-year break and you ran Hollow Knight during that? Damn. Oh, and Riggs, you had a 1 year of break. Oh, damn. Almost a year. Same thing happened with Ninjang. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Well, so you're a Noah then. But like Spy would, like, looking at how you play Rocket League, Spy that might be the kind of thing for you. Spy or Soldier? Soldier is very movement based because you can rocket jump, and there's so many fucking insane like tricks you can do with rocket jumping. I have like maybe between like probably like 500 hours on rocket jumping, and there's like still so many like jump maps that I can't do. And there's like probably like 2,000 jump maps or something. At one point, Chloe was telling me about how all like the super difficult maps. Oh my goodness, this is very bad. I messed up. Fuck me. Ah! Oh, shit. I've always been into tricking in any game, trick shotting and Rocket League mechanics. Okay, yeah. Maybe Team Fortress 2 is this guy's next game. Hang on. Strafe jumping videos in Black Ops 2 as well. Oh yeah. Dude, the movement is kind of crazy, and like watching like zombie speedruns in that game where they do like these crazy strafing stuff. It's insane. Like the jumps you can do on Die Rise, for example, they're absolutely insane. Team Fortress 2 doesn't really have bunny hopping. It kind of does, but it doesn't really. Like you go like 5% faster or something if you bunny hop. And it's kind of like a meme. Yeah, Max, I'm resetting pretty much every time I get hit. If I'm at the end, I might finish the run just for fun, but yeah, we're just resetting all of them. I practiced the late game off stream, so I'm not too worried about like getting rusty at the later segments. The beginning is still the hardest part for me. I think it's always the beginning that's the hardest on these runs here. Like, really, after you get past monkeys, again, because monkeys is kind of stressful, but monkeys is pretty easy. After you get past monkeys, it's literally just a matter of just like playing the game until you get to like True Monk, then you have to think again. But there's like 10 minutes or something there where everything is just kind of free. But it's really like the early game that's hard. Like this, for example. Marie says, hit me up if you want to play Team Fortress 2. Nah. Team Fortress 2 is crazy. And Team Fortress 2 is simultaneously the worst game and the best game. Because man, the devs kind of fumbled it a bit. Nowadays, with Team Fortress 2, we'd be happy even to have a dev. There is this joke that there is only one dev left working on Team Fortress 2. And by nowadays, I mean for the last 7 years or so. Which is crazy. I remember when there were like stuff was being updated. And there were rebalances. Like, I actually remember like the old Spy. Like Spy used to... Like Spy just randomly got a 10% speed buff on one of the patches. Which is kind of crazy. Like imagine your class that's centered around like... infiltrating, stealth, and like... maneuvering around enemies just gets a movement speed buff. Like I remember the days before that. This feels new to me, but this has been a thing for forever now. Anyway, yeah, that game has been completely abandoned by the developers. It's essentially completely entirely community ran. All the content added from like all the updates that they've done in the last like almost 10 years is just community assets. Community made assets. Which is cool. Like, dude, all of the maps are fucking community made. Although the most popular ones are still like some of the OG in-house, like Valve created maps. But man, some of the OG maps also stink balls. One, two, three, four. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7. Doing double canyon? Yeah. And now I have the record, so now I can fuck around and try and get a insane time. Should probably attack him there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My god, what is bro doing? Just fucking AI froze. I guess I'll take it. Oh, did I take... Nah. I mean, that doesn't even count. Taking damage from the fire there. Because it's environmental. But... it is kind of funny nonetheless that you can actually take damage from the campfire while in the animation. Or, I can't remember if you can just... if you can take damage, or if you can't take damage but can get build up. I think it might be the latter. You can get like the fire build up. $707 is quite good. Nice. The bite down item allowed? No. Not for hitless. There is one instance where it's allowed, and that's if you're doing all achievements no hit. Then, or once you've gotten every other achievement, then at the end you can use bite down to die to get the achievement for dying. That's the one exception. That's the only time you're allowed to use bite down. Oh! Oh! Not even close. Yeah, Yash is allowed. In damageless, however, Yash is not allowed. At least this is all, you know, assuming that we're going by Team Hitless rules. I think that it's totally reasonable to go by one's own rules. But, you know, I'm just going by the Team Hitless rules because because they're pretty reasonable overall. And it's just easier to do what everyone else does. And there's less, like, arguing about what is a hit and what isn't. You just go by the general community consensus. Some people have the opinion that in a no-hit run you shouldn't be allowed to take damage, and some people also have the opinion that Yash doesn't count as damage. So, yeah. And those are fair opinions. I should probably strafe around them there. Very good. Oh, I think this is a gold actually. Okay, not quite, but close. Hey, Naryusa. Welcome in. Okay, I need to remember. Go here. Answer contact medicine. Those would be fine for no hit, but not for no damage. Do I play all the Souls game or just Sekiro? I speedrun Sekiro and I play some of the other games as well, yeah. I like the new one, Nightreign. I've been playing that a bit with friends and shit. Been pretty cool. Slop Rain? Nah, it's a good... Look, Nightreign is a good game. Nightreign is probably my second favorite FromSoft game, which is kind of crazy to say, but I'm pretty sure it is. Sekiro number 1, then Nightreign number 2, and then, like, I don't know, Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne up next. I like the fast pace. I like the content density. I like beating up bosses. And in trios you have the teamwork aspect, which is also cool. And then in solo, it's kind of just, you know, normal Souls. Except fast-paced. Constant shit happening. What about Elden Ring? Elden Ring is cool. I just personally didn't like it as much as some of the games that were a bit smaller. You know, where there was more content density. Because I feel like in Elden Ring it's like you walk around and then it's like Yeah, I like all the exploring, but I play these games because I want to fight the bosses. So if I'm gonna play a different game than like an exploration game, that's... Yeah, I guess... Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't... Like, it's a good game. I like it. But it's not like... as much action as this game. Which is why I enjoy it slightly less. Also, well, with Elden Ring, yeah, there is kind of a few bosses that are kind of dumb. Yeah. I guess all the bosses in Nightreign are dumb though. But I guess I'm just acclimatized to it. Yeah, I don't have a very good opinion on this. Feel free to disagree with me, that is very fair. Bloodborne, the hardest Souls game? I'm not sure. For me, it probably was. It probably depends. I think it depends on the person which game is the hardest. Mandatory bosses? Yeah, I'm only doing the mandatory bosses. Never played a Souls-like game, then you tried Kazan and Sekiro, and it's a 10 out of 10 game. Hell yeah. It's always sick when you discover like a new thing that you really like. That was definitely not me at first with this game, but I grew to love it a lot. And then I got into the other Souls games and found out that I like them quite a lot as well. I'll go around this guy. No shurikens? Okay. Can't remember if that guy can throw shurikens. He probably can, but he usually doesn't. Oh yeah, also as far as it goes with the whole mandatory bosses thing, since we're doing the Immortal Severance ending, I guess we're not technically doing the least required, but I am going to skip all the ones that I don't need to get the Immortal Severance ending. So for example, I'm not gonna fight a lot of the mini bosses, and we're not fighting Double Ape because I can route my way around him by doing Monk before Ape. Okay. Focus up. This run is really good. Run is actually amazing, I'm not gonna lie. Probably gonna focus up for the rest of this, not gonna talk too much. We'll see. I'll probably end up yapping. That's how it usually goes. Alright, let's pray that I don't get shot. Oh my goodness. Woo. Okay. Okay, I do have mortal draw equipped. I did get the money pouch, right? I think I did. Fuck me, this is really bad. Man. Oh, I got the wrong grapple point. Fuck. Right. I wonder, did I mean, I guess, yeah, I did something wrong because otherwise it would have worked. Eh. Alright. Is this the bar you said you need to know focus on? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like the, that whole part is supposed to be pretty, like, chill. It doesn't mean you can't make mistakes, but it's also, like, different when you're on a good pace. Once the number looks good on the screen, then it's kind of like you start shaking. Accidentally beat Genny Hitless yesterday. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, man. Okay, man. Fuck. I just lost like 8 seconds. And I'm gonna lose like, I don't know how much here. Probably losing 10 seconds overall. Okay, not even actually. Okay, yeah, like 8 seconds lost. Compared to like the best. Man, I'm really disappointed that I got that grapple there before, because that really shouldn't happen. I'm not quite sure why it did. I don't know if that was because I like pressed the button too much and I like buffered another thing, or if I just like pressed at the wrong timing or what happened there. But it was just like really bad. Somehow. Yo, thank you. But good luck. That was quite something of me to do. Yeah, apparently. Okay. It's kind of hard to hit him, even though he's standing right there. Apparently. The strafing for this 27 hit strat is so fucking dumb. Like, like the difference between doing it in 27 hit and 28 hits is like fucking, man, like it is so crazy. The game gonna start? Hello? The game just gonna load forever? Do you see this? It just keeps loading. Hello? Game? Okay, let me restart. Oh, I've only been running for like 2 hours. Damn. I thought I'd been going for a lot longer. Oh, thank you, Vasser Sven. That's how it's pronounced. Hey, Alibaba. What's up, sir? Oh, oi, oh. I guess this works, although I think Kuru's gonna turn. Yeah. Not so much. You've been playing Final Fantasy 14. Hell yeah. Or something. I don't know if that's a hell yeah or if that's a oh my crippling addiction for MMOs or whatever it is. MMORPG. Yeah. Those type of games are kinda... You know, it's like really fun, but they're also easy to get sucked into. I used to play some with my friends and it's like we'd have like a period where we'd like giga grind it and then everyone would get burned out and then we'd not touch it again for like a year. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just throwing some runs here. Nothing new to see. Only played a few MMOs. I haven't played like a lot either. I was never into World of Warcraft, which is something that a lot of people are/were into. I played more like niche stuff, just you know whatever my friends were also playing. French, German. Ach so. I wasn't sure if it was German or not. Because you never know. You played WoW still? Hell yeah. Oh, Star Wars of the Old Republics. I've heard about that one. I know a few people who are big fans of it. Lord of the Rings Online. Let's see. Dude, I only played like these fucking mega like weird niche ones. I guess I played Guild Wars is probably the most mainstream one I played. Guild Wars 2. And when I say played, I mean I have like 10 hours played or something. Oh, gold. That was pretty good. Unfortunately, I might get into the MMO that Riot Games are making. I really hope it's bad or unfun, so I don't have to play it. But if it's fun, then that's gonna be hell, because that's gonna be such a big time sink. Yeah, I jumped a little too early there. You semi got into WoW. Look, I kinda annoyed about how much Blizzard loves to retcon the lore. Okay. I never gave a shit about lore in any of the MMOs I played. The best League content is outside of the main game. Probably, yeah. The side game modes are good as well. Like the like ARAM, you know, the one where you get a random champion and then it's just like one line that you fight in. That shit's chill as fuck. And I like teamfight tactics as well. Although that can also quickly get stale. I don't know why I still like League of Legends. I think it's just like, what's it called? Stockholm Syndrome. Because I've been playing it so long that it's like, the universe is like that's the universe I know, kind of. A lot of lore for it, or for Warcraft, or for, I mean, I'd understand WoW, it's like Warcraft. Warcraft lore is kind of cool. I played Warcraft 3. That's a good game. It was one of the kind of... That's like a game that I played when I was... How old was I? Like 10? Probably younger. Banger game. I had no clue what was going on, but man, it was good. Fucking building shit, mining gold. That kind of shit. Warcraft 3-2? Is that League? Holy shit. Alright, I guess it's like the fucking, what's it called? Like the something of the ancient, right? Dota, which then becomes League of Legends. The best games are always the games that come about in the form of them originally being a mod. You know? I guess actually League is terrible, so maybe that's not true, but Team Fortress 2, a mod on... Wait, was that a mod? Mod on Half-Life 2? I don't even remember. I think it was, right? Someone will have to fact check me on that. Team Fortress 2 being a mod in Half-Life. Oh yeah, Portal. Maybe I'm thinking about Portal. I think maybe a lot of them were, like Portal. I think Gary's mod, and I guess Gary's mod is just like a sandbox version, right? And Team Fortress 2. But yeah, you're definitely right. Portal was a mod, I think. Pretty sure. On Half-Life. Not sure which one of, if it was on 1 or on 2. It's funny how Blizzard lost their chance to make a proper Dota MOBA before Valve. Dota MOBA. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, and they tried suing them as well, right? Fucking bastards. Heroes of the Storm was good though. Not gonna lie, it was fun. I don't know if it could succeed though. Long term. There probably was a reason it closed. But man, hey, I liked it. Heroes of the Storm being Blizzard's attempt at a MOBA. It's probably the best MOBA I played. It's definitely better than League of Legends. And Smite is kind of memey. Like, Smite is not bad, but it's kind of memey. I could never see Smite being like a big game. I mean, it is kind of big, but Overwatch counts. Well, Overwatch is a fraudulent game. They ripped off TF2, dog. Lock them up. Every single one of them. Every Overwatch dev and player, lock them up. They plagiarized my beloved Team Fortress 2. I can't believe it. Like, don't like. How do they make it so obvious? Like, they have like the healer wears like white clothes and has like a fucking healing beam that goes into its teammates. Oh yeah, that totally doesn't sound like the medic class from Team Fortress 2. Oh, let's make the healer a woman instead and give her wings, and surely it's not gonna be people who can't tell. Oh, she speaks German, by the way. Oh, actually she's Swiss German, so that doesn't count. It's not the same as medic from Team Fortress 2 who's German. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Oh, and then, the guy who can build sentry guns. You know, it's not the same because this guy's a Viking or whatever. He's Swedish. He's not Texan, like the engineer from Team Fortress 2. Oh, and the sniper is now French and not Australian. How many attempts is this? This is attempt number 201 of this particular speedrun. Did I say 210 or 201? I meant to say 201. Oi! Should be locked up for Overwatch 2. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of preferred Overwatch 2 to Overwatch 1. For the actual, like matches. You know, I prefer the 5v5 over the 6v6. But I think they reverted it to 6v6, right? I think that's the community consensus, but I just preferred 5v5. It was good because there was one less ultimate that you had to keep track of. And ultimates are fucking cringe. Because it takes all the mechanical skill out of the game. In my opinion. Yeah, I'm dead. Hey, Yusuf, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Try again. I'm kind of an Overwatch hater, but it's mostly I'm mostly joking. I just prefer Team Fortress 2. Even though that's kind of like, they're not really replacements for one another. Although some people like to act as if it is, which is, I guess, what I've had a problem with over the years. I think Marvel Rivals though is just better than Overwatch by like so so much. Like, it's crazy. My endurance on this is crazy. Thank you, thank you. It's not too bad when you actually enjoy it, which, like, you know, if I were here for like 7 hours or something doing attempts, then I would enjoy it a lot less, but yeah, it's only been a couple hours, so it's still enjoyable for today. You're on your longest break so far still? Damn. 3 weeks? That's pretty significant. And bro, you gotta get it on the smart fridge, man. So you can do runs while cooking patatas bravas or whatever. Sorry, I don't remember any of the Galician dish names. They were too complicated for me to remember. Peru. Patatas bravas is Catalan. I see. Which is your birthplace? Oh, okay. Yeah. I had patatas bravas recently and like, I don't know if it was authentic, at like a tapas place. It was pretty cool. Tapas? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. That was pretty sick. Pretty much anything with potatoes kind of goated though, so yeah.